Stop eating right now, and your body could keep you alive for weeks by quietly eating itself. But what does it burn first? And when does your own muscle start to vanish? What flips the switch that turns a living body into its own food supply? And how close to the edge can you go before there is no coming back? Here is the short answer. When the food stops, your body does not panic. It runs a survival program millions of years old. It burns its fuels in a strict order. First sugar, then fat, and only at the very end, muscle. But here is why that is stranger than it sounds. One of those stages does not just keep you alive. It may make you healthier. Let me show you, hour by hour. Welcome to the Sidro Files. Start the clock. You have just finished your last meal. For the first few hours, nothing feels wrong. Your blood sugar holds steady. That is because your liver and muscles keep a stored sugar called glycogen. Glycogen is simply glucose packed away for later. Your body unpacks it, drip-feeding sugar into your blood to keep your brain running. This means that for about the first day, you are still living on yesterday's food. But glycogen is a small tank, and it is already running dry. By the end of the first day, the stored sugar is almost gone. Your brain still demands it. So your body does something quietly ruthless. It starts making sugar out of you. In the liver, a process called gluconeogenesis, which simply means making new glucose, breaks down amino acids into fresh sugar. And some of those amino acids come from your own muscle. The eating yourself has begun. But your body knows this cannot last. Muscle is far too precious to burn. So it reaches for a second, far bigger fuel tank. And this is where it gets strange. Around the second or third day, your body flips a metabolic switch. It begins breaking down fat on a massive scale, turning it into molecules called ketones. Ketones are a backup fuel your body makes from fat. And here is the remarkable part. Your brain, which insisted on sugar, slowly learns to run on ketones instead. This means the hunger that screamed at you on day one begins to fade. People deep in a fast often report feeling clear, calm, even sharp. You are now, quite literally, living off your own body fat. Remember that, because the fat is what is buying you time. Weeks of it. And while the fat burns, something else awakens inside your cells. It is called autophagy. The word means self-eating. With no new food arriving, each cell starts recycling its own worn-out and broken parts for fuel. Damaged proteins, faulty machinery, even old invaders, all broken down and reused. This means starvation triggers a kind of deep internal cleanup. Your cells take out their own trash. In 2016, a scientist named Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize for uncovering how this works. It is why fasting is studied today for aging and disease, but do not mistake this for safety. Because fat does not last forever. Once the fat reserves run low, the body has only one fuel left, itself. It returns to muscle. And now, there is no holding back. It breaks down the muscle of your arms, your legs, and at last, your heart. The very engine keeping you alive becomes the final meal. This is the true face of starvation, not a quick fade, but a slow dismantling. So how long can a person actually last? It depends almost entirely on how much fat they begin with. And on one thing, far more urgent than food: Water. Without water, you have only days. Without food, but with water, a healthy body can endure weeks, sometimes far longer. In 1965, a man named Angus Barbieri stopped eating for 382 days under careful medical supervision. He lived on water, vitamins, and his own fat, and he survived. But Barbieri was a rare exception, watched by doctors the entire time. In the 1940s, the Minnesota Starvation Experiment revealed the other side. Men given too little food grew obsessed with it, haunted by it, their minds unraveling long before their bodies did. This means hunger is never only physical. Starve the body, and you slowly starve the mind with it. And yet a gentler echo of this same program runs in millions of people today. Every time you skip a meal, sleep through the night, or try intermittent fasting, you dip into these same ancient stages. The system that can slowly consume you is the same one that, in small doses, may help repair you. Your body was never built for endless food. It was built to survive the gaps between it. Every cell still carries that memory, a survival plan older than humanity itself. So when the food stops, your body does not give up. It begins carefully to live off itself. Sugar, then fat, then, if it must, the body itself. A countdown measured not in days, but in everything you are made of. The next time you feel hungry, remember, that feeling is the oldest survival machine on Earth, switching on. If this changed how you see your own body, subscribe. A new deep dive every week. And tell me in the comments, how long do you think you could last? This was the Sidro Files.